Hey, what's up everybody? Finally got a pickups video for you guys. Haven't been getting out all that much till recently. We're finally having our monsoon weather hit, so that's cooling things down. But for a while, man, it was either high 90s or 100 plus degrees, and I just don't get out in that kind of weather unless I have to. Just instant migraine the way the heat hits me. So, a lot of this stuff is from last month on the couple of times that I did get out. Otherwise, really haven't been finding too much. Goodwill's been kind of a bust lately. Otherwise, first one I'm going to show here is from a local pawn shop. It's for the 3DS. Got Resident Evil Revelations. And this game, I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty damn rare to find in my area. This is the first time I've seen a physical copy of it. So, snatched it up for $8. And it's all complete and like new. Really good game on the 3DS. It looks good and plays good. 3D really pops. I did finally get to the end of it, and just a fun game. This is something to where people, especially ones out there hunting for video games, don't discriminate on little antique stores that look like grandma works there, little thrift shops to where it's all more knick-knack type stuff. Check them all. You never know if they're going to have somebody bring something in on consignment or just outright get some oddball stuff. Because this one, right now, she's running it as a thrift store, but she's going to turn it into a little antique shop. But she still likes her vintage electronics, so I'll keep hitting her up. Because these are all $1 a piece. Anyways, got 3 loose disc games for the Saturn. Virtual Cop. Tomb Raider. And Tempest 2000. And then these were nice to find, as don't see too much for this system in my area, and they're both boxed. Only one of them is missing the manual. It was got Penguin Land for the Sega Master System. Cool little maze type game, and what's neat about this one, and pretty unusual for a game of this era, is Sega Master System 8-bit, one that was competing with Nintendo. They've got a level editor on this to where you can design your own little maze or whatever, just one level at a time. I don't know how far you can go on what you can put in it to make it harder, but cool enough, man, that you can design your own level basically. So definitely one worth picking up. This one just looked cool. I haven't played it yet because I got to hook the system up to one of my older TVs, as in tube TV, so I can use the light gun. Anyways, got Gangster Town. Until I play it, I don't know, but one looks like you're having a shootout at a bar, and then there's another one that looks like you're in a car chasing another car, and biplanes coming at you, and it's like a racing type light gun game. So until I play it, don't know. It just looked cool. Rest of these are all for GameCube. In fact, all these are going to go to my grandnephew. Got them from the same lady I got the last ones from at my swap meets, all $2 a piece. Got Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. And he loves racing games, so got 3 of them. Need for Speed 2 Underground. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. And Need for Speed Carbon. Then at one of the thrift stores that's on the same street as my Goodwill. This one I just kind of quit going there since Goodwill came up, man. They just were either too expensive or just didn't have much stuff, especially in the way of video games it was worth picking up, let alone in good shape. A lot of sports stuff or just games that were beat to hell. Anyways, they had a little stack of GameCube games. This was the only one that was in good shape, let alone worth picking up. And it is all complete. Got Medal of Honor, European Assault. Alright, now for the big item. Something to where all I got was the system. This is where he got 2 systems, 1 controller, and 1 game. So he was able to test them out first, make sure they worked. So I just took his word for it and picked the prettiest out of the two, which, after wiping off the dust on the outside of it, man, this thing looks like it hardly got used. The inside of it is spotless. Kind of like that Sony Laserdisc player that I picked up at Goodwill not too long ago, man, like it just sat around. Because the other one definitely looked like it got played on, so I'm thinking maybe that's what they did. They had one to play on and then one for backup, so could be they picked these up when they were closing out on them and just got them for cheap, so just extra system. Anyways, what I got here is the original Panasonic 3DO FZ1. Same, man, just really good condition. And it plays like it's new. And if only they did that on all the retro systems to where you can just hook up any kind of cable to it instead of official ones. Just great shape. Thing I found in it, and I kept looking it over and I didn't see any of them missing, so I'm thinking maybe somebody dropped a screw in a tray, little kid or whatever. But that's all I found was just a little screw that was rumbling around in here, so I took that out and everything looks good. Say, man, really clean. The laser spotless. The fan doesn't even have any dust on it, so that tells me that this thing just sat in a drawer, or who knows, man. I don't think they had it out in the open. They had to have had it packed away for all these years. But on the quality of this, for what I paid, yeah, it better be in good shape. Otherwise, I'd take it back to him right fast, because I paid $100 for this, which seems to be about the going price for these, for finding one that's still in good shape, unless you get lucky. A lot of the ones I saw on like eBay, they were just selling as is. But what's cool, systems from '93. This is one of the later ones that was released in '94. At least that's what it's dated for, so probably anything they were going to fix, they fixed on this. But being that it's from that era, no copyright on the CD, so it's like Sega CD or whatever, or the Turbo Duo CD, where all you got to do is get online, find the ISOs, download them, and just use like ISO burn and create your own games for it, as I got a stack of them. Hence I got a couple of 3DO FC10s. Which this one I've heard a lot of bad stuff on it, on them breaking or whatever, but I'm good enough at repairing stuff, and being that I've got the other two, this one's not going to get played much, man. I'm going to keep this one in good shape. But I got a stack of games for it, and some people, yeah, if you're new to collecting or whatever, or not as old as me, you may not appreciate the older type games, but this is where they were really pushing on having games with live actors in it and stuff, because that was the new thing. This is pre-DVD or whatever. In fact, it's got a couple of expansion ports on it, and I think one of them they were planning on having an attachment for this to where you could play video CDs and super video CDs, which basically, for computer lingo, that would be MPEG videos or MPEG-2 videos. So low quality. I've had some of those. In fact, I used to have a ripping tool to where I could rip my DVDs to MPEG-2. It's one of my other systems plays them. But really low quality, man. Real grainy. But then this, for what it is, man, some of the ones that have live video, it does it really well. Like compared to Sega CD, games like Dragon's Lair, Road Rash, stuff like that, Microcosm, Nova Storm, blow it away, man. In fact, Road Rash on this, for anybody that's never played it on the 3DO, it's pretty much identical to the PS1 version. But I'd swear it plays a little bit smoother on this. A lot of the games where it's just straightforward, this seems to do really well on. A lot of the shooters and stuff just play real smooth. In fact, another game that this version blows away the one on Sega CD is the original packing game for the Model 2. Can't remember, I don't know if it came with a Model 1 or not. because I never had a Model 1 Sega CD, but it did come in with the Model 2. But a Sewer Shark looks really good on this. Just better graphics, sharper video. It's pretty cool to find that. It's about time he got something retro in that he wanted to keep one of them to where if it would have been just one system, I wouldn't have been able to get this, because lately it's like he seems to want to keep anything unusual that comes in, and I'm the unusual dude that buys shit from him, so it kind of just writes me off. Because he's got a few things, man, that I'd love to have, and he doesn't want to part with them. Like, I guess recently, well, a few months ago or whatever, fairly recent, he got his hands on a Jaguar, which had the wrong power supply hooked up to it by one of his boys and fried it, but he's got a stack of games with it, but he doesn't want to part with them, so whatever. I guess he's got to get desperate for money to part with stuff like that. Anyways, don't want to make too long a video here. I'm stuck using this lower quality one that only does 480p, because my other one, man, I just got done doing the same goddamn video, and it was over a gig for about 15 minutes. So that's bullshit. I don't know what they did in the last update, but it made it to where the files are really freaking huge now. So I'm kind of stuck using this one for a while. But at least it works. Haven't had any technical problems with this. This is just the photo booth program that you originally got on your Macintosh or whatever, or iMac. So catch y'all later.